Let's now talk about const and R value references. The references that we have discussed so far, they were L value references, and the const reference also that we are going to discuss, it's const L value reference. There is R value reference also in C++, which is created using double ampersand. Let's first understand the need of these references. Say if you have written a function that takes a string by reference, and I've written a simple function that prints the string, right? Now if I pass a string literal to it, a value, these are R values, right? Or results of some expressions like x1 plus x2. These are R values which are used on the right hand side of an assignment. So if I have an R value, right? If I have this, or if I write an expression which is concatenate one string with the other string, and if I have a reference here, then it will not compile. In fact, when you create a reference, you will have to have a variable here, right? If you are creating a normal reference. The workaround for literals is to have a constant reference or a double reference or R value reference. See, this will not work because this X creates an alias of an existing variable. And if you want to create a reference to a literal or an R value, either you need to use const or you need to use double ampersand. This is one more example of a string, right? If I try creating a string reference with a literal, it would not compile. This will not compile, this will not compile. This will compile because I've used const, and this will also compile because I've used R value reference here. So the program which is written here, where we have a function that takes a reference, and if I pass an R value, it's not going to compile. We either need to use const here or we need to use double ampersand here. Now this program compiles fine because I have used a const here, right? Once I use const here, I can pass a literal. I can pass a R value to this function. This will compile fine. Now say if I want to modify the string in this function, say I want to do s equal to hi plus s. And if I make this change, then this program would not compile again because this is a const reference and I am trying to change the value here, right? So for this purpose, we have double ampersand. Here I have further modified the program and I am now using R value reference. When you use double ampersand sign, it becomes R value reference. And when you have R value reference, you have both the advantages. You can provide R value and you can modify also. So now if I do s equal to hi plus s, this program is going to compile fine and run fine. It's going to give me hi user as an output.